And criticism can only be shared between defence and goalkeeper. Every party should have done better. Berlin is burning down. And it's another needless goal to concede. Ignorance isn't always bliss, as Costa Rica find out the hard way. A very, very early start for Sweden. It's saved, but only for a split second. Lionel Messi has announced himself on the world stage. Down the line to Ronaldo. The breakthrough comes with 21 minutes remaining. And it's a late opener at that. The legend Pavel Nedved backs one against the country of his employment. Unless Pirlo fires the back of the net. Wonderful from the elegant playmaker of Milan. Gets past Kawaguchi and he tucks it into an empty net. Ronaldo returns to the World Cup. Togo come undone, France come unglued. France leave it late, but the result remains. Doesn't opt to pull the trigger instead. It's a 1-2 between Villa and Alonso. What a finish! Terrible defending from Ukraine. But the Tunisians reclaim their spot at the top. Welcome back, PES fans. I know you've all been waiting patiently for episode 3. David Villa is taking over the world as the tournament's top scorer, and without further ado, here is match day 3. We are at the business end of the group stages. Germany are on the cusp of elimination. They must win against neighbours Poland, else they are eliminated from their own tournament. All Poland need is a draw to qualify for the knockout stages for the first time since 1986. Smolarek being allowed to stroll into dangerous territory. Zurowski is dipped over the head of Oliver Kahn. And the Eagles are having a Polish party in Dortmund. Well, manager Jurgen Klinsmann brings in Oliver Kahn in favour of Jens Lehmann, who's responsible for 2 of the goals against Ecuador. And he's hardly making the best first impression. Has it backfired? Nails are being bitten everywhere. Germany have nothing to lose now. Here comes Bernd Schneider down the middle. And Lukas Podolski undoes the deficit. 1-1. A reply from Germany a minute later. It's game back on here in Dortmund. The hosts are in a frenzy. Does the Wunder Kid of Cologne, the 21-year-old Lukas Podolski, get his first World Cup goal in dramatic fashion? Here comes Bastian Schweinsteiger, Gallus past Soboleski. The German youth is turning it on here. Closer couldn't guide the volley down on target. Long cuts inside and swings it into Schneider. Now the captain Ballack in the middle. How will Germany start the second half? With a bang! And it's Miroslav Klose. And there is a trademark somersault. There it is. Germany have taken the lead in the World Cup fixture for the first time since the opener against Costa Rica. Klose stops it past Baruch. Kirchnervet keeps calm and lays it off to Zurowski. Oh, just wide. And the cross is soaked up. Zuriklu just about keeps it in. Played across the face of goal, and that's a little bit risky. Now the pressure remains. Schweinsteiger, if only he can capitalise on the volley. Bashniski coming forward to Sobolewski. Zurowski. Oh, man. It all started so well for Poland, now they're struggling to hit the target. Germany still expressing vulnerability at the back. Ballack out wide to the speeding bullet of Donkor. Cuts inside, gets the cross in, and it's a goal! Poland have 2 goals, but for the wrong reasons. Deutschland have done it in Dortmund, and it's disaster for Poland. Poland were on their way out. If only they could equalise. They just needed that 1 point to qualify. Zurowski comes forward trying to rescue the deficit. He's been brought down, and Mertesacker will miss the second round. He's been sent off. Kind of needless with a 2-goal cushion. They will face the winners of Group B unless Ecuador get thrashed by Costa Rica. Welcome to Hamburg. Costa Rica could do Germany a massive favour and send them through to the knockout stages, top of the table. If they beat Ecuador, maybe even do Poland a solid if they thrash Ecuador by 5 clear goals. Well, Delgado beats the defender to it. Oh, and the keeper spilled it. Tenorio with a gilt-edged miss. Gomez helps it on to Centino, overlaps, and it's a great save from Mora. Cleared away. Mendes swings it in. Delgado's the target, yes! Ecuador fly back to the top of the table. Los Amarillos are potential World Cup dark horses. Despite the drought of match they won, they know how to score goals now. Carlos Tenorio, the target, buries it. He's been in fantastic form this World Cup. It's goal number 3 for the 27-year-old. Gomez threads through Fonseca, pulls one back. It's a nice finish. Second goal of the tournament for the Costa Ricans. Is it too little too late though? It's another confidence boost for Ecuador. They build and then triumph over Germany as they head into the second round. Football is coming home, or it could just as easily be going home. England have to win against what's on paper the easiest opposition of the group to secure qualification. Steven Gerrard to his England other half, Frank Lampard, squeezing the trigger, now and it's pulled wide. Lampard's cross is blocked by Gray, and then Gerrard in pole position to volley. Beckham crossing opportunity for the captain, swings it in, too much on it. And it's out to Joe Cole, and he tried to chip it over. Hislop couldn't get it off the ground. Owen can latch onto it, threads through Wayne Rooney. One job to do. Oh, and it's a good save from Shaka Hislop, the 40-year-old. Beckham to take the corner. It's swung in, and Owen has done it. England's smallest player with the biggest header. That could well be the catalyst to drag them into the second round. Germany or Ecuador, that is the question going through the players' minds at the moment. Well, Stern John can capitalise on this mishap from the defence. Good, great denial by Robinson. Trinidad and Tobago trying to muddy the waters for England. Dwight York against his former country of employment. Theobald, an hour has passed. Oh, and Samuel, if only he can direct it on target, England would have been in major trouble in Nuremberg. England should have been doing better against Trinidad, but they're hanging on for dear life against the Caribbeans. Glenn! Oh, and it's just comfortably saved by Robin. Take your time. Well, England have done it in nerve-wracking typical fashion, but they qualify for the knockout stages. Just a case of seeing how Sweden get on against Paraguay. Sweden's passage to the second round has been secured. If Sweden draw, they face Germany in the second round. If they lose by 2 clear goals, they take on Ecuador, and England will face Germany. Needs his early ball in, and Santa Cruz tries his best to power that on target. Willemsen swung in looking for Lindbergh. Scooped up. Now Santa Cruz, he whips it in, and Valdez! Oh, off the post and the other post! Extraordinary! Have you ever seen anything like this? Isaacson didn't know where to look. Corner kick for Paraguay. It's Riveros' ball in, and it's been buried! Paraguay have kick-started the campaign to align England against Germany if Sweden fail to reply. Lundberg, he's been taken out on the edge of the box. Yellow card for Caceres. Svensson, the tormentor of England in Cologne. Oh, and he rounds the post. Gomara, Santa Cruz is the target, and he's got his brace. England are on course for Germany, and Sweden are staring down the barrel of Ecuador's informed rifle. England will battle Germany in the World Cup for the first time since 1990. Serbia and Montenegro aren't content with making World Cup history by shocking the Netherlands on match day 1. They want to go all the way and send Argentina back to Buenos Aires, and Serbia already have the handicap of being above them in the group table. Lionel Messi, the man who sunk the Netherlands, has found Juan Pablo Sorin! Wow, and a wild left back appears out of nowhere! Serbia in trouble! It's their captain who steps up and takes the initiative. What is he doing in no man's land? Djurdjevic, he skips past Medicia. Elias trying to contain him. The shot glides wide. Medicia. Maxi Rodriguez swings a big ball in to the forehead of Hernan Crespo. The Chelsea striker doubles the Albicelestes lead here in Schalke. They're building momentum. They put the slow start against the Ivory Coast behind them. Rodriguez, Riquelme, and it just bubbles past the front of the goal. Messi, Riquelme, some nice interplay from Argentina. Crespo on the turn is unlucky. He's found his way to Messi, slams on the brakes and skips past Gavrancic. Yes, Lionel Messi, it's goal number 2 for the future legend. The young lion is roaring his way out of the group stages for Argentina. The 2006 World Cup, where the young starlets and the living legends of the game combine. Serbia and Montenegro are dead and buried before the half is even over, and Argentina look to continue to kick the dead horse. Argentina being led by Lionel Messi's fancy footwork. It's an Argentine exhibition in Gelsenkirchen. Riquelme's corner, nodded in by Crespo. It's goal number 4. He has his second. And Argentina are eerily close to replicating the real world score of 6-0 in Gelsenkirchen. Milosevic finds one in, and Kezman, poor finish. Dejan Stankovic, Liberia, the man who scored against the Netherlands. Oh, it's hit the post. Liberia, Milosevic into the middle. Oh, I thought he could just tuck it on the right side of the post. Well, Milosevic keeps it alive. Blue shirt scrambling. Oh, and Abondenzieri kept it out. Fantastic save, but it's calamity on the goal line. It's unfortunate that the clean sheet has been soiled. Bittersweet for Mattia Kezman, scores his World Cup goal, but in the most underwhelming fashion. Messi into the middle. Everybody's left it. Aymar, and then he makes it 5. Argentina dominates, and they are through. And the favourites are looking more like their former selves. The all-orange showdown in Stuttgart. Many had high hopes for this new Netherlands side. Holland were humbled, and it's hello Ivory Coast. A draw here, and Didier Drogba and co can fly the flag for Africa into the knockout stages. Iron Robin is released, goes for it early, and TT's having none of it. Good stop from the Ivory Coast keeper. Toure owners through to Akale. Point blank at Van der Sar. Well, not even two just players can shut down Yaya Toure. He's just bursting through stubbornly. And Boué capitalizes on the mistake, and the Ivory Coast have the lead against the Netherlands. It's a parting gift from Joris Matheson as the Ivory Coast are on an upwards trajectory. The Arsenal fullback displaying great reflexes. Will we see a second? Didier Drogba rattles the crossbar. One of the most informed strikers in the world at the moment. And Boué's cross finds Drogba, and it's bubbled its way in. Didier Drogba gets his second goal of the 2006 World Cup. It's where legacies of club football's greatest players are cemented at the World Cup finals, and Didier Drogba's time to shine is now. Drogba just goes past Matheson with ease, effortless. And Van der Sar's smart to it. Coutts cross blocked, but the momentum might be with the Dutch. Is it helped on? Falls down to Coutts. Ah, man. Van Persie. Cross in. Oh, and it's a goal. Jan Vennegoor of Hustling pulls one back. Gets excited for a moment at the prospect of his first ever World Cup goal, and then realizes there's very little reasoning to restart the game in a hurry. 5 minutes ago, the Dutch playing for pride, and even that is incapable of them unless Dirk Kuyt has other ideas. Oh, and he converts. The firecracker of Feyenoord has rescued a draw for the Netherlands. This is what they're capable of salvaging in a humiliating World Cup campaign. Now Kalou. Maybe Ivory Coast have other ideas. Has found its way to Drogba. There's the brace. And it's goal number 3 of the World Cup 2006 for the Chelsea hitman. That is a textbook striker's goal. Great first touch and a timely finish. Well, the Ivory Coast flirted with a throwaway, but they are through to the knockout stages. where they will face the runners-up of Group D. Welcome to Hanover. It's been a polarizing group stage campaign for Mexico. Started bright with victory over Iran, they were demolished by Portugal in Gelsenkirchen. And Angola are capable of frustrating teams to draws. Angola could be the third African team, the last 16 club. Omar Bravo. Clearly intended to be a shot. Mendes, he's in. Figueroa plays it back to Andre on the edge of the box. Nice setup, disappointing end product. Swung out wide, are we going to see a Paul Scholes special? Nope, not today. Aqua lures the defender out, Mateus is through. Great stop from Sanchez. Andre equips the RPG from range. Oh wow, what a save. Tipped over by Sanchez. Zinha into Borghetti, knocks it on first time to Franco. Oh, and he only had one job to do. Franco rolls the dice. Nobody home. Over the top to Franco. It's converted, but it's offside. Great finish though. It finishes goalless in Hanover. Angola have 3 points, but it's not enough to send them through. We are halfway through the end of the group stage, and it's a fitting finale to Group D, one that could still see Iran qualify ahead of Mexico if they beat Portugal here in Frankfurt. But judging by the way that Portugal found their form against Mexico, scoring goals isn't Portugal's problem. Iran win a tame free kick here. Timorian. It's over the wall, but it's scouted by Ricardo. Deco. What's his options going to be? Oh, and he goes flying. Figo beats the wall and is scooped up by Mert support. Nuno Valente on his less favoured right foot, and it shows the cross, though accurate, was weak for Paletta. Figo, can he bring it down? The Portuguese legend has an ambitious ball in, but it's too tame for Ronaldo to control. 30 minutes, no goals. Ronaldo, can he change it? He was losing control, released a shot, and it's a good save. Valente to CR7. Into the middle to Deco. Look at the space that Figo's in. Luis Figo! He gets one! The Lion King who led his country to the Euro 2004 final has won everything in club football. Can he lead Portugal to the World Cup final in Berlin? Well, his campaign continues with a goal. A much deserved one for the living legend. The Celestial has found the breakthrough. Now it's time to capitalise. Looking for goal number 2, Matite. Taking their time, commanding the play. Paletta helps along to Deco. Threads it back through to the Paris Saint-Germain leader. Wow! The build-up play and the ultimate climax. Top corner from a tight angle. It's Paletta. The similarities to Carlos Alberto's goal against Italy in 1970 cannot be ignored. The calm build-up, furious finish. Figo has a chance for a brace. He's on target, trying to chip it over Monteport. Is there such a thing as too flashy for a Galactico? Rizai caught in 2 minds, and now Paletta can expose him with his pants around his ankles. Hashmi trying to bring it under control. Bit ambitious. It's not the slickest pass, but it's fancy to Hashmi. Now Ali Dai. What on earth? That will haunt him. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's still Ronaldo. Oh, off the post. Now Petit plays it back to Figo. Nice first time ball in. Paletta stands no chance, but it falls to Maniche. Pulls the trigger. And the cardboard hands prevail again. Portugal are 3 goals up again. And 3 points are in the red bag again. We all know Maniche can belt them for fun. It's always great to see the favourites looking a bit more like themselves. In the final round of group games, now Shamal. Oh, sums up Portugal's resurgence perfectly. Benfica's magic midget delivers. Curls it round with a little bit of assistance off the woodwork. Portugal go through, and it's a mouth-watering clash in the last 16 against Argentina. The Italians are all but through, but in the unlikely event that bottom of the table United States beat the Italians here in Kaiserslautern and garner draw with the Czech Republic, Italy could well go out on goal difference. Given back to Zacordo for the restart. Quinta down the line to De Rossi. Pirlo finds the Roma, tough guy. De Rossi had a second attempt. Ryan McBride from distance, Buffon scouts it. USA's only goal scorer in this competition so far. Vincente Quinta the target. Not quite as tall as Luca Toni, but he'll do. John O'Brien swings it in. Oh, it's a good save from Buffon. Unfortunate miss from Clint Dempsey. Totti gallops past Eddie Pope. Releases a shot and Casey Keller flaps at it. It's a good stop. Zambrotta links up in the air to Quinta. There's the breakthrough. Italy join the queue for a ticket to the second round. And where they end up all depends on Czech Republic's fate with Ghana. It's a powerful header from the Udinese frontman. Look at the distance he is from goal, and he's still guided past Keller. McBride, not enough momentum. It's a great denial from Buffon. It was low and tricky, but Giggy's got your back between the sticks. Ciudadino, the substitute, comes on and gives Italy the cushion. The violinist gets his World Cup debut goal. The two AC Milan teammates link up nicely. Landon Donovan approaching the danger zone, and he goes down in a blaze of glory. Marco Materazzi's the perpetrator. Penalty to the United States. Josh Wolf pulls it wide, and it exacerbates USA's World Cup woes. Now Donovan. Wolf in the middle, frees up a shot. Brian Chin converts for the consolation for the United States as they go home, having at least scored in all three of their World Cup games. Well, at least the Azzurri have held on and they have averted World Cup crisis. Now just for the question where they will finish up in Group E. It's good old-fashioned crunch time in Cologne. Ghana can join the Ivory Coast and Tunisia in the second round, as long as they hand the vintage Czech Republic side their first World Cup defeat. Well, Koller skips past Menzer, he's having none of it. Now Barros, fancy footwork from Milan Barros. Not enough power to trouble Kingston. Now Salimentari into the middle, square to Essien against his Chelsea teammate. Koller dropping back, sprays out wide to Podolski. Oh, Podolski goes down. It's a penalty to the Czech Republic. What a start. Pavel Nedved's already scored from the penalty spot. Kingston goes the right way. Nedved fancied a different direction. He chose left when he scored against Casey Keller on match day 1. Swung into the mixer. Nobody's quite home. Nedved brings it down, and that's a thunderous effort. Ghana certainly dodged a couple of bullets in that first half. Now Brajera into the middle to Nedved. He unleashes another one. He's hitting them hard and fast, but this one comes nowhere near Kingston's personal space. And now the Czech Republic can counter. Barros, Koller, back to Milan, knocks it backwards to Vizicki, sprays out wide to Pavel Nedved. As the Black Stars try to keep up, Nedved comes inside, pulls the trigger. It's a rocket launcher from the Czech cannon. Goal number 3 for the floppy-haired favourite. Whatever happens, happens. This may well be his World Cup swan song, but he goes out in fashion. He's had his eye on the screamer all day. He's been itching. He's been gagging to burst the net from range. That's a long throw into the box, into the mix. It's a Manta, and Amora can't convert on the volley. It's Mensah weaving in and out. One last chance, and Ghana are gone. The Czech Republic top Group E, and they'll face the runners-up of Brazil's group. We are back at the arena where it all started. We're in Munich. The world champions take on the OFC Nations champions. And if lightning strikes twice and Brazil lose to the underdogs again here in Munich, Australia can go through at their expense. Or even Japan at the expense of both teams here today if they thump Croatia. Ronaldo. Back to Gilberto Silva. Threads it down the line to Kaka. How on earth he missed? Kaka. Oh, Ronaldo, that's a nice touch to take it past Kalina. Just 1-on-1 with Schwarzer. A wild miss. Well, Brazil are counter-attacking with ease. Australia dropping back wisely. Ronaldo turning on the dancing. It's still Ronaldo, keeps it alive. Oh, Emerson, Ronaldo. Oh, and he's passed more easily. Lucas Neal creeping up on him, and Ronaldo. Wow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ronaldo on a mission to rediscover that world-class form, and he's having a successful time doing so. Watch this. Through the legs of Craig Moore ends his career, and after crossbar and in, El Fenomeno quickly becoming Mr. World Cup. Adriano helps it on first time to Ronaldo. Does he have the pace to gallop past Chipperfield? And this time Schwarzer stands his ground. Ronaldinho. Adriano turns around, crosses it in, looking for Ronaldo. It doesn't matter. Scott Chipperfield has gifted Brazil a 2-goal lead. It's hard enough playing against a Brazil team in this kind of form, let alone assisting them on the score sheet. Cahill chips it a bit too high for Viduka. He does his best with it. Adriano holds the play up. Now here's the World Player of the Year, Ronaldinho. He's galloping through. Yes! And now Ronaldinho is starting to look a bit more like himself. And the world champions as a whole are looking a lot more comfortable. This is a vintage individual effort from Ronaldinho. Bit of a helping hand from the woodwork. Not that it matters much. Welcome back to the world stage, Dino. Stojowski trying to bring it under his control. Thumps it at Dido. Hasn't had to do much. The Brazil shot stopper. Good reflexes. Ronaldinho ruthlessly turning it on. Oh, and Adriano. He's tricked. What on earth happened there? On the plate for the Emperor. Through the legs of Schwarzer. And he just catches Mark Schwarzer's calf. Well, Viduka being shut down by Brazilian shirts. No, it's still Mark Viduka. And it's off the post and in. Australia score against Brazil. Big Mark Viduka gifted a lifeline when Lucio fails to deal with the danger. One really high up the field, and Adriano sprinting and pulls the trigger. Hopefully Adriano's 2-game goal drought doesn't affect him too badly. Ronaldinho couldn't add to his tally. Well, Brazil are through and the title defence will continue. The bronze medalists of '98, Croatia, have a guaranteed passage now to the second round. All they need is a draw to face Italy in the last 16. But if they lose here in Nuremberg, they face the Czech Republic. Yanagisawa, straight at Costa, loses grip on it. Blame the weather for that. The ball is slicker than usual. And Klasnic frees up a little bit of space. Kranjka helps it back on to Varanjes. Holding it up, waiting for Modric to reach in the middle. Croatia's breakthrough star almost certain to score his third goal. Kranjka. Soft enough for Kawaguchi. Klasnic cuts inside Miyamoto. It's a good save for Kawaguchi. What on earth happened there? Takahara enough time to turn passively for the cross. Yanagisawa denied by the crossbar. Varanjes, he's well away into the middle of Bosco Balaban. Stopped by Kawaguchi. Sadly, it's all over for Japan. They've been eliminated, conceding a respectable 2 goals, but Croatia topped the group ahead Brazil. Welcome to Leipzig, and Les Blues only need a draw to secure their spot at the top of the table. The former world champions came from behind against Switzerland and Togo, which says a lot about their defence, and South Korea, as we all know, are capable of springing surprises in the World Cup. Well, Florian Malouda does well to trap the ball and keep it in play, and he's away. We all know how fearsome his pace can be. Just one job to do, get it to Terry Henry. Underwhelming cross, the king is not amused. Willy Sagnol literally been given a free cross, but Aludiara does poorly, standing in for Patrick Vieira. Apache Sun swings it in on the left. Chao Jai Jin clips the crossbar. There's a terrific gap in the midfield, and in defence as Chao Jai Jin runs at the white shirts. And now there's panic. Willy Sagnol can't clear, It's pandemonium in the French penalty area. Both Tunisia and Spain must be licking their lips at this French defence. Malouda, Thierry Henry's the target. It's still Henry. Just too much of a heavy touch. Buys the keeper enough time to recover. It's uncharacteristic from the king, but he has scored 3 for the French, so we'll give him a pass. Now Thierry Henry, this is where he shines in the race against the red shirts. What is going on with Thierry Henry tonight? Seems to be missing a bit of the va-va-voom. Here is Lee Young-Pyo battling out with Makelele. Well, he evades him. Liu Young. Wonderful footwork, and he just had to hit the target, and that could have been Korean catastrophe for France. Young releases it to Lee. Park cuts inside on the right foot, doesn't cross, it's back to Young into the middle to Chao Chai-Jin. And that would have been it. That would have been it. That would have been the goal. That would have sent France to certain death against Spain. And South Korea will face Spain in their 2002 rematch. It's the consolation fixture of Group D. We're back in Dortmund. Togo had a fighting chance of qualification if France beat South Korea. It's not all bad though, the Africans have had 15 minutes of fame, scoring against France in under Well, Fry was the obvious target. Tried to control it rather than just nodding it into the net. Keita! Well, Sanea has no time for Cabanas. Swings in a nice ball to Toure. It's Sharif Toure Maman, one of the shortest players on the pitch, with one of the biggest headers. Schoolboy marking from the Swiss. Cabanas. Johan Vogel. On the left foot. Oh wow, what an equaliser. The Milan man with the captain's armband draws the scores level. Switzerland have been cursed in their first 2 group games. So if they can take anything from this World Cup campaign back home, it's this great finish from Johan Vogel. The story of Group G is that it all started so well against France for both Switzerland and Togo. Toure, looking for a repeat. Strella, a man who scored against France, he lays it after Sebastian Frey. Now Emmanuel Adebayor, twisting and weaving his way. Some nice footwork from the Arsenal attacker. There's the first time delivery. Keita is the target. It's dropped down, but Wiki deals with it. Quite an entertaining fixture between these 2 bottom teams. Adebayor changing directions. Ramau, Gallows passed. 1, both 2 past Senderos. Great save from Zubabula. Well, Togo left it all out there. They were lucky not to take 3 points. And now it's the matchday 3 fixture a lot of the viewers were interested in. High scoring Spain versus dark horses Tunisia. Both teams quite comfortably qualify for the second round. Spain has taken the opportunity to rest key players. Apart from that man, 5 goals for David Villa. And Michel Salgado, that's a nice big ball in. David Villa a bit too far away to control the header. Fabregas. David Villa on the left. And he unleashes one. Not enough power, not enough venom in it. Cesc. Xavi. Just out wide to Luis Garcia. Wow! Well, when you get used to Spain scoring in less than 2 minutes against Ukraine and Saudi Arabia, you start to think they've lost their touch, but it's only been 10 minutes. Now Jaziri. Maybe Tunisia can get out of their half for a change. Now Namucci. Shakur fires it right at Canizares. Shedley's corner. Whistles out to Nari. It's into the breadbasket of Canizares, one of the smallest goalkeepers in this World Cup. Fabregas slamming on the brakes, composing himself. It's out wide to Antonio Lopez. Found his way to Raul, just has to convert. And he goes down. And the referee, it's undeniably unfair. Raul has been impeded. Villa gets goal number 6 in 3 games. That's record-breaking stuff. He's well away. Running away with a golden boot before the knockout stages even get underway. Probably can't keep him at Valencia for much longer once this tournament is over. Now Michi. And Jaziri in a ton of space. That's a gift. Oh, Canizares very quick off the blocks. Unfortunate for Jaziri. There's the give and go to Lopez. David Villa in a bit of space. There's an option to Luis Garcia. And the keeper gets a hand to it. Lopez, very early cross. Raul, chest on the volley. Oh, man. Now you tell me, if this goes in, is there even any point in having a goal of the tournament competition? Namuti trying to snapshot from distance, fancying his chances against the tiny Canizares. Raul hits the wall. Falls to Xavi though. Oh, and the keeper stands his ground. Great denial. Iniesta. First time to Fernando Torres. Can he get his second of the tournament? Great set. Well, Spain have not only done it, they've qualified with flying colours, a perfect record, and they're the only team to not concede a single goal. Andrei Shevchenko came to Germany with the world waiting to see what he's going to do on the global stage, and the group stages end with him and Ukraine fighting for their honour. Shevchenko hitting a knuckleball. Zaire just about keeps it under control. Shevchenko helps it on to Andre Voronin. Andre Voronin, oh, rattles the woodwork. Smashes the crossbar. Perfect run from the Leverkusen man. Voronin. Can he send Ukraine into the lead? How has he done it twice in one half? Well, tensions are boiling over. Neither nation really wants to be in this position in the final group stage fixture. Final roll of the dice for Saudi Arabia. Doesn't pay off. And the dismal World Cup campaign for Andrei Shevchenko is over. And for the final time, it's the World Cup tables. Germany crushed Polish hearts when they qualify at their expense in Dortmund. Football isn't going home anytime soon. England stay for another round alongside Sweden. Ivory Coast topped the group of death. They are one of 3 African nations making their way to the second round. The golden generation of Portugal started slow, but they turned it around. They are through alongside Mexico. The Czech Revolution continues. They are just above the Azzurri on goal difference. The world champions wake up, only to be on the wrong side of Croatia's bed. The former world champions France are through with flying colours. They are joined by World Cup semi-finalists South Korea. And finally, Tunisia joins Spain, who have a 100% perfect group record and haven't conceded a single goal or scored many of their own. They have the kid, David Villa, to thank for 6 of those. And now let's take a look at the knockout stage bracket. And what really stands out is how mouth-watering some of those fixtures are, especially in the second half of the round of 16. Portugal versus Argentina, England versus Germany, arguably being the biggest of those clashes being brought to us early in the round of... I think it's fair to say we got viewers from all around the world. Let me know in the comments below if your nation is in the knockout stages and what your predictions are for your country. I want to thank everybody who has watched and subscribed in the past week. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me know in the comments below who was the best player, best match, and was the best goal of match day 3. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you in episode 4 for some knockout football.